Alright, so what's going on with you guys now? You're hanging out a little ways away.
Yonkers is going to start under cover of darkness, trying to sneak up towards the place.
Before you do that, Yonkers, I will, when I see you sneaking up, I'll say, hey, do you want to, I can make you invisible if you want, if you're trying to sneak up.
It's not going to make me invisible to the Earth Spirit, so there's no point.
Well, I thought, yeah, that's true. Okay. Just signal when you want me to start banishing.
Haunted House is gonna open the back door on the truck about halfway and make sure that his combat drone icon is running silent, and he's going to sit with his hands on his submachine gun just waiting for Yonkers to request some sort of backup.
Alright, when Yonkers gets about halfway, maybe less, he's going to over subvocal go, okay kid, do your whiz.
Can I be this far away and banish, or do I need to be closer?
You can be in the astral plane and vanish.
Alright, well, I'm going to do that.
I would politely ask that you edge.
I already thought about that. Alright, so I'm going to go slip into the astral plane, and I will try my skills. So 5 successes total.
So, you engage the spirit in a contest of wills, and you win.
Sweet.
The spirit departs the world and says, "You have bested me, mortal. Farewell."
Now, does he? Can I make a summoning test to see if I can keep him around on my side?
Absolutely,
it says that...
absolutely. I said devilishly. So you know that while it's a very taxing thing to try to recapture a banished spirit in the summoning process, yes, that can be risky and banishing. It also is not something that spirits like very much at all. What you're doing, from banishing the spirit, you have severed the link between summoner and spirit. You've said, you're free to go, I've cleared this link for you, and often spirits like that, especially if they're bound by a mage. They like that. They're like, yes, I'm free to go, I'm fine. But what you're doing is you're kind of saying, you're free to go, but haha, I'm trapping you now. You know? You'll get drained, but it also helps you to gain what's called, basically negative reputation in the spirit world.
Okay, well then, with all that, I'm just going to banish the spirit and say... So I guess I need to go ahead and roll the drain for banishing. So how many hits? So I just need to roll. It's a threshold of 2, correct? All right, so no drain.
So the spirit has been banished.
All right, I'll subvocal to Yonkers saying spirit is gone, and I'll also tell him, do you want invisibility now, or do you just want to go ahead without it?
I think I'm good without it. It's dark out, and I think they're preoccupied. Just keep your heads up, and if the dreck hits the fan, just stay frosty till then. So I make my way sneaky up to the bodies.
All right. Well, as you're sneaking up, the door kicks open, and somebody is going to step outside.
Yonkers crouches low and stays alert, stays alive. Put some, if there's bushes or shrubbery like it looks like there is out there, he puts some, tries to get behind one so it slightly obstructs his profile.
All right, give me a sneaking.
All right, are there any modifiers for it being dark out and or...
For the person perceiving, yes.
4 successes.
So 2 guys come out, and they're both holding submachine guns. And they kind of look outside and start looking around. And they kind of start slowly walking around.
Would have Case noticed the movement on the comlinks?
Yeah, you see them. They get up pretty quick and come out, but now you can see them moving around, yeah.
So Case looks at that and he pulls up his... reaches into both hands, one hand in each pocket, pulls out a coin. In other words, I'm using my fork program again, and aims the coins at the icons for the submachine guns. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 hits.
You got marks.
He's got 1 mark. He's going to go ahead and do a spoof command to lock the safety. 4 successes.
Alrighty. Well, you got 1 net hit. The safety's been locked on the weapons.
He sends a message to Yonkers. We need to finish this pretty quick, or I'm going to have to reboot.
All right. Let him walk up a little bit further, and they won't know what hit him.
Just a reminder, when I reboot, motion sensors and cameras are active again.
Alright, so as they're moving around, a big troll steps out with a mage standing next to a mage. Well, you'll realize that it's a mage in a second. Sorry, I spilled the beans. The troll walks out with a smaller kind of guy standing next to him. The two that are looking around turn around and say, "Are you sure that something's going on out here? I don't see anything out here." The mage says, "Fraggin', yeah, there's something going on out here. My spirit is gone, and that just doesn't happen to a bound spirit, alright? It just doesn't decide to walk off and go. There's somebody out here. You need to look harder." Or the troll turns to the mage and says, "Now, you're sure about this? I mean, I don't know much about the magic stuff, but you're sure about this?" The mage says, "Yeah, you know what? Just hold on a second." And he steps inside the camper.
I'm going to start trying to make my way closer towards the camper while these two guys are roaming around. Still activating that adept power to help this.
Can Davros go ahead and cast invisibility and then run up kind of where Yonkers is, but doing so stealthily?
You can cast invisibility first, yes, if you'd like.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it force 3. Okay, I got 2 successes.
Haunted House is going to jump into Helmet, his combat drone, using VR hot simulation.
Right next to Yonkers appears a glowing mystical form, and he says, "The guy's right here, and there's some fragger over there casting spells." And you guys might want to roll initiative. Case, you're up.
All right. Case again reaches each hand into a pocket, pulls out 2 coins, and flings them at the machine guns that he already has 1 mark on.
All right.
2 successes.
They miss.
Well, crap.
So Yonkers.
I'm going to, as a free action, change my choke to narrow. And I'm going to do a double tap narrow burst called Shot Vitals for this guy. The closer of the two at 10 meters.
Got it.
And we don't get any perks for wireless out here, right?
I'm going to say no. You're really far out.
That is 4 successes. Oh, wait, sorry. Well, it's 4 successes to hit.
All right, you got 3 net hits.
All right, with 3 net hits, I was already up 3. That's 19 physical. He's at -1 to dodge, but is at +4 for armor.
You had a narrow choke, right?
Narrow choke. I'm firing. No, I'm sorry, 20 physical. So I'm firing flechettes. So that's 4 physical or 14 physical. That was the call shot for vital. So 16, double tap 17, and then the 3 net hits brings up to 20.
Good lord. You got 10 successes, and he's like still gonna die. You see the guy fly back and hit the camper and fall onto the ground.
Davros is gonna remember to be nicer to Yonkers in the future.
Darn tune, you'll remember.
The mystical image of the mage that's next to Yonkers disappears. House.
Okay, in the drone, House is going to quickly jump out of the back of the truck and, for a simple action, take aim at the goon who's out on the far right, and open fire for another simple action, semi-automatic with the drone's onboard HK227. I'll go ahead and roll. I got one success. I'd like to use a point of edge to re-roll the failures.
All right.
Okay, I have a total of 2 successes.
You miss.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Davros is up.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep an eye out, just as free action, I guess, for the mage to step outside. But I'm going to go ahead and cast a mana bolt at this hired muscle guy. 2 successes. Stupid dream.
You got 1 net hit. You did 1 damage. The guy that just got slammed with a mana bolt, he kind of looks a little panicked, and he runs around the side of the camper and ducks down and looks out towards where the bolt came from, and he's gonna see if he can spot anybody. Now the troll that's inside, he steps back inside the camper, and he yells out some obscenities, and then you see the window, one of the windows on the camper shatters as the barrel of a very large gun sticks out. Case is up.
Gase causes all the motion sensors to go off all at once on the comm link that's in the trailer, and then sends a troll the message. Have your people drop their weapons. We need to talk.
Yonkers' turn.
Yonkers, not knowing that the olive branch has just been extended, is going to. How far is he from the recently broken window?
Probably also about 15 meters.
Cool. Yonkers is going to do his regular 12-meter movement towards that. He gets within 3 meters, so about 9 feet, and he's going to pull his frag grenade and his remaining frag grenade and throw it on the window. And I'll edge this because why not?
How is it being detonated is the question. Did you have it set up as on timer for like the next combat turn kind of thing, or what?
I figure it's a standard frag grenade, so on 16 next turn it goes off.
Out the door comes a screaming mage, and he yells, "Grenade, hit the deck!" And he runs away from the out to the side, off to the left from where you guys are facing of the camper. He dives to the ground. House.
I'm going to use a simple action to make a sensor test to lock onto his signature, and I'm going to pursue him. I critically glitch.
Okay.
I'll reduce it to a normal glitch then.
All right. So a normal glitch is just going to say that it couldn't lock on to anything.
For another free action, I'll send a message to the others saying I'm following the guy who just left.
Davros.
All right, well then I will use my free action to declare my counterspelling for the team to protect the team.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm just going to cast Mana Bolt at the mage.
All right. Now the mage dove, so he is in the grass. So it's like very light cover. Just give yourself a -1.
1 whole success.
All right. You failed. You see another guy who runs out of the camper, screaming. Kind of runs in a different direction. Yonkers is going to make a defense test. The other guy's peeking his head out, and he's firing at Yonkers. The guy who went behind the camper. All right, he misses. It's Case's turn.
Okay, I'm going to target the troll's weapon.
The one he's holding is not active on the Matrix.
Okay, as one last action, he's going to do a fork and do data spike on the 2 cameras. 4 successes.
All right, you got 3 net hits.
So 9 matrix on each, I believe. No, I'm sorry. 8 on each camera.
Alright, well, they fizzle and pop, but they're still chugging along. Yonkers is up again.
The guy who just went running from the building is going to get another double tap called shot vitals to the back. 3 successes.
He's hit. 3 net hits.
That's another 20 physical.
He's dead. Yonkers needs to roll reaction plus intuition.
I'll give him all 5 of my counterspelling dice.
Nice. So you manage to, through your own quickness and through the assistance of some magical defenses, you manage to dodge a crackling lightning bolt that flies past you. House.
Okay, I'm going to spend a simple action to try to lock on to the individual I was chasing after again. So I'll go ahead. I'll roll the perception test real quick and let you know how many successes I get. 3 successes.
And you are locked on, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to use my remaining simple action to aim at him as I pursue him in the drone.
Well, everybody roll initiative. I'm gonna spend this troll's only edge point and roll 5 dice on his initiative. Holy cow, 32! And it's Case's turn.
Alright, give me a second. I gotta either get courage or reboot, one of the two. Cases looks at the cameras, kind of shakes his head a little bit, and uses and switches out of VR into AR, and then from AR he logs completely out and reboots, which means and that takes all my combat. As my free action, I'm going to send a simple message. Cameras are live. I don't know how well they're recording though.
Okay, for a simple action, how far away am I from the human I was chasing?
You're about 25 meters away. The van was decently far out.
Okay, according to the weapon that I have mounted on the drone, that would put it at medium range, so
Okay.
a -1 on an attack roll. I'm going to spend my whole turn just trying to close ground on it, so I want to roll pilot ground vehicle to try to close the distance. 3 successes on pilot skill.
Alright, you're able to close the distance, yeah.
Okay, so I believe that was a complex action, so that's the end of my turn.
For a free action, the arms dealer is going to respond to the message that he got. He's going to say, "Call off your dogs and we can talk." You can't see him through the window, but you can see a minigun that is pointing out the window and kind of like rearing up. Well, it's Yonkers' turn.
Yonkers is, I guess, in this guy's line of fire.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be hard for you to be in his line of fire. He just has it sticking right out the window right now.
Let's see. Is the mage still running?
Yes. Well, no, the mage is not running. The mage is down in the grass.
And has the guy who popped out around the trailer, is his head still popping out?
No.
Yonkers is going to cut off, move in such a direction as to try and cut off this guy's line of sight on him. And he's going to open up on his on the mage. And I'm going to put another double tap, murder blow into him, since this seems to be working well for me.
Alright, you'll have a -2 altogether. -1 from light visibility and -1 from the grass.
Roger, so -4 total. 1 success.
He rolls out of the way because he's still prone. So an explosion goes off.
Before the mage goes, I just want to use my interrupt action to declare protection from my counterspelling for the team.
Subtract 5 from your initiative. Alright, grenades. Fragmentation grenades. 18 physical.
In a nice confined area, he should have a great time.
Yeah. Here, we'll roll. I'll give him a +5 here. Well, the second time when it bounces off the walls the second time and gives him like 16 physical, that's what kills him. You're not going to know exactly what this is for right away, but Yonkers needs to roll his edge pool.
Every time, Yonkers. Every time.
That moment you regret throwing a grenade into the warehouse or into the shed of a known arms dealer.
Case is going to be in the doghouse after this one.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
I'll just blame the elf.
I think your wife needs to be the one sleeping on the couch for sending us on this mission.
Not with you there.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're not shared a bed.
Alright, the mage that fired the lightning bolt stands up and puts his hands up in the air and yells, "I surrender! Don't shoot! Don't kill me!" Upon hearing that, the guy comes out, the guy who hid behind the camper, and the camper exploded and shook really hard. He throws his gun out onto the ground and puts both of his hands out from the side of the camper and also yells, "Don't shoot." Davros' turn.
All right. Well, then he's just gonna hold his action to wait and see what Yonkers does.
Instead of going one at a time, is anybody going to continue attacking?
At this point, he has two unarmed guys who are begging for their lives. I don't see a reason to keep shooting.
All right. Well, then they are down. They're standing and they've got their arms up and they say, "We surrender. We surrender. We're done."
Case comes running out of the vent. Don't shoot, Drek.
Hauser walks behind the mage and says, "All right, start walking forward or else the dog here will get a little bit upset."
The mage complies.
Yonkers is going to wait for the other two to get up into around where House's drone is. And then he's going to go over and pull up the tarp and see what we have there.
All right. Underneath the tarp are two dead bodies. And yes, they match the picture that you were given of the two runners.
On the subvocal, I found your boys. It's as we suspected.
I'm guessing our cargo is what just blew a big old hole in the trailer.
Maybe. I mean, we have two other trailers, and the second Yonkers says two other trailers, Yonkers turns and points his gun at the other one where we apparently had a young woman sleeping.
The guy that threw his gun out and was hiding behind the camper, he jumps in quickly and says, "She's not. There's a person in there. They're not a threat. It's just a young lady. She was the girlfriend to the pile of blood and meat inside that trailer now. She's not a problem. Don't shoot."
Yonkers, let me bring the drone back in and I'll go check out this trailer.
The one intact or the one that's in pieces?
Let me start with the one that's intact.
All right, I'm going to check the pit bull and see if it has anything in it.
All right, so Hauser pilots the Doberman drone back into the truck and then comes out of VR and back into his body and gets out of the vehicle and starts heading over towards the trailer where the female was supposed to be inside. Well, as I get up to the door, I want to make a perception test to see if I can hear any movement inside. I got 2 successes.
You hear some whimpering inside.
I knock a few times on the door and say, "We know you're unarmed. Come out."
An orc woman comes out of the trailer. She's wearing kind of just like a t-shirt and shorts and flip-flops.
"It's going to be all right. We're not here for you. Unfortunately, we made a bigger mess than we expected."
She's not sobbing, but she's not crying, but she definitely looks scared.
"I want you to wait outside here while I go look inside the camper, okay?"
Yes, yeah, no problem. She kneels down on the ground and kind of covers her head.
All right. Hauser's going to go inside and just do a quick. I'm going to look around and see if there's any firearms or any other sorts of electronics in there.
Yeah, go ahead and give me another quick perception roll.
3 successes.
Well, after Hauser looks around for a while, he doesn't find anything out of the ordinary. It's just a normal kind of camper, a living space. You know, there's a kitchen and bedroom and whatnot, and you find all the, you know, necessary supplies and whatnot for people to live in it. You know, it's just a living space.
I want to roll my smuggling knowledge skill real quick just to make sure there aren't any hidden compartments. 3 successes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there are.
Okay. I walk out and says, this trailer looks clean, just a simple camper. You may go back inside.
She moves quickly inside and closes the door.
Yonkers is going to search the bulldog and see if there's anything in it that looks like a crate, shipment, something like that, or a fire extinguisher.
There's no fire extinguisher. Well, there's a fire extinguisher, sure.
Awesome. Yonkers is going to take the fire extinguisher out and try to extinguish some fires.
You can put the fire out and give me a perception roll while you're doing it. Give yourself just a -2 then to your perception. Well then never mind.
Yonkers does not see crap.
You put out the fire.
Case will go over to the trailer where the girl is and knock on the door.
She cracks the door open slightly and timidly replies, "Yes, what is it?"
Could you please step out here? I think we need to have a talk. I believe your friends here had something of ours and we need to find it.
I don't know anything about the business that they do. I try to stay out of it altogether.
Well, just think. You may know more than you realize.
Hey, Case, let's talk to the 2 goons. They're more likely to have something.
All right.
On sub-vocal, I also say someone geek the mage before he geeks one of us.
Hey, kid, why don't you just keep a close eye on him? Make sure he doesn't do any funny business. I don't know that we necessarily need to off any unnecessary people anymore.
All right. And I'm also going to turn to Yonkers or Case and say, hey, if y'all are going to try and get any information from those 2 guys, I may be able to help. I think I can do this thing where I can search your minds. I don't really know how it works, but I can get information if you want.
Watch the whiz, kid. Hey, Twitch. You, Muscle.
Yeah, what is it?
So, you got a shipment tonight. And you stiffed these 2 kids here, literally. So where's the shipment?
The shipment was next to the door, and we didn't stiff anybody. They stiffed us. That's why.
Yeah, well, you're going to be stiffed if you get the shipment out here, you set it on the ground.
I'm not
You get
going.
anything else out there that was...
He says the shipment is right there underneath some of that pile of rubble that came out from inside the van that you exploded. And he points to a crate that's sitting next to the door that is sitting right outside of the hole that was blown in the wall.
I go over to it and check the crate.
All right, here's what I want you to do. Give me one last. When you go to the crate is damaged. It's been broken open, and it's definitely damaged. The top of it's blown off. And give me yet another one of your famous edge rolls. So you've got 24 damaged grenades, which means you have 6 intact after you search through it. And the hired muscle explains to you as you're looking at it. He says, these dreckheads came in here to deliver these grenades that my boss, who's in pieces inside this camper, was paying them to deliver. Well, they brought it in, and it's very obviously fake grenades. Now, I can see that they've got some kind of stupid liquid inside of them or whatever. I don't know what kind of dreck this is. They weren't grenades. They didn't explode. We tried to test one of them, pulling the pin, and nothing happened. As you look down, there is some sort of a corrosive material, some sort of a corrosive liquid seeping out of the grenades, and and that's what's caused some of the other one. Some of them damaged, leaking onto it, damaging some of the other ones, and it's kind of creating a little bit of a smokiness. It's some acidic corrosive.
Can I roll a firearms design on this?
Just give me a -1 on that. That's all.
I know nothing about this.
Yep. You know what the guy told you.
Wonderful. I grab the 6 remaining good ones, and then I toss the house. I mean, there's still a minigun in there that is in partially working condition, probably.
So Case walks up to the mage and says, "Listen, you owe us 10,000 for that delivery. It was delivered. We want the money."
No, look. First of all, I don't have any fragging money. The boss had the money. Second of all, we asked. The boss was paying 10,000 nuyen for 30 high explosive grenades. This is 30. Apparently, they're not grenades.
I'm going
I don't
to toss. While he's talking, I'm tossing the house for anything of value.
The trailer is just demolished. That minigun is definitely anything that was in there is destroyed.
I sent a message to him. Hey, look for a cred stick on the cat food. See if it maybe survived. Turn to the mage. I don't care what your boss was expecting. These people you stiffed made the delivery of the goods. We need payment.
Look, man.
One way or another.
I understand what you're saying, and I got no loyalty to this guy now that he's fragging dead. All right, but I don't have 10,000 fragging nuyen. I've got. Look, you can have what I've got on me, 500 nuyen here, and he just thrusts it at you. He says, "I don't fragging want to be shot by you crazy sons of bitches."
Hauser's going to start checking the Bulldog step van and any other vehicles to see if they have rigor adaptations built into them.
They do not.
Well, one of us can grab the van, and I don't think the owner's going to come looking for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. We can just chop it for cash.
We just got to change the ownership, and the group's got a van. Got another vehicle.
Hey, Case, if he everything here got freaking slagged, if his creds are anywhere, it's in the cloud at this point.
Ah, crap! I should bring this mage to explain this to Molly.
Are we sure they don't have a hideout somewhere else?
Well, maybe we can see it from the air. Do you have your flying drones with you?
I do, but why don't you simply ask them if they have another warehouse or something?
Hey, mage.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Mind Probe.